Hi there. Good afternoon. I am coming to you live. As I always state my name, ALK. I'm running for president. And the reason I came on tonight was to talk about endorsement and support. I would love to have the endorsement. I'm now sending out letters asking for endorsement. I am asking for support. I said one they can send on my Cash App which is ALK 2932, and just to donate help with my run for president. But tonight, like I say, I'm sending out letters. I'm trying to get most people's support. Most of them now started in a familiar communication, which is churches. I will be going public. Trying to get more of the Democratic Party to invite me. So I'm working on that. But the most important thing is your support in helping me get to a place of recognition. So if I can get recognized, I believe that the rest of it will fall in play. But I just enjoy what I do. A little about myself. Like I say, if you have received a letter from me or watched some of my videos, I'm trying to update everything that I did before. But right now, I'm presently on a job working. But like I always tell everybody, I'm a Christian. I was in the army for 21 years. I enjoyed every every moment of it. I almost stayed in, but I had a better thing, something more to be successful in. Now, my original plan getting out of the military is to chill out, enjoy my retirement, but I went back to work just for a moment and season call. As you get bored, you just get bored. You got so much energy. But as I got out of the army, I got out in 21 and I was a candidate for governor. I test the water when I run for governor, and I made the decision at the last moment. Just to give you a bite history of me running. Now I wasn't been like familiar with running, but when I got into the race, it was much easier. Now when I started running, it was in January 22, and you said January 22 primary. I believe was in March, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't start doing anything till February because I wasn't sure at that spur of the moment, and I jumped in the race, and a whole lot of things was I say attacked to me. I'll give it that much because when I recently got into the race, I paid my fee, got into the race, and lo and behold, when I was in the race, and it just happened, and I was in his interview, and the young reporter, very nice and very polite. She say, "I'm talking to you, and I'm having this conversation with you." But she say, "Everybody see this and notice that you're not the person on your PDAC when they tell you who's running and everything. They had me as another person, which had the same first name, or not last. But then it took me about 2 weeks to get that situated. I had to go back and let everybody know that wasn't me. And by time that time it was probably 3 weeks shy of the primary. And when I got to the primary, I tried to, as we can say, pound and push and shove. And I did so much in those 3 weeks, more than I did for the whole 3 months when I jumped in the race. And I think I did, well, I know I did pretty good for the time that I was in it, and I enjoyed it. And so I had the confidence in my trial period. I said, yes, I could do it. So after that, I said, well, I'm going to run for president. So I've been getting myself ready and prepared for it. But now I just got to get myself the recognition. So I'm meeting people, greeting people, which most of Alabama somewhat know me because I campaigned for them 3 weeks, like most of the part of the north part of Alabama. I figured the South pretty much knew me would vote. But for that little short of time, I got my name out there. But if I had more time, I believe that it would have been something different in the result of winning or not winning. So here I am. I decided to jump in the race for president because I realized that this can be very challenging, and I know that, and getting a foothold would be more likely. If I get a foothold, I believe I can do pretty good. With most of the things that I would like I tell on some of my videos, watch my video, is to start with Zoom, try to get Zoom first, and then try to get a personal personal visit, person personal interview. So that's my goal. I know it's taking 2 years. I believe I can do it. It's a whole lot faster than what I decided to do for the governor of Alabama. So here I am. I just need support. I just need some encouragement. I just need some doors open. If they open and they're good, and I've stand in my character with integrity. So, but they're good. I know someone I'll probably turn down, and some I'll take. But long as I can stay within my character, I'll be all right, and I won't turn down any. So here I am. Most of the thing I felt my goal was to see the United States something different. Because I spent, like I say, I'm a veteran. I spent 20 years, 21 years in the Army. So I was dedicated. And to see my country fall apart as of now, and it's very shameful because you risk your life for 20 something years. So most of it on the letter is a little more, but I'm not going to go into that. But I did 21 and retired. So my thought process saying that, I got out and I'm saying I'm done with the United States. I served my time. I put forth a effort to show my country that, I love my country. I was dedicated to it. But I believe it's time for me to go into public service again. I have some ideals for this country. I believe that would be helpful. Long as I keep saying this, long as I stay in my character and do things mostly focus on the citizen. Now, with that thought process, everything that would help the citizen, I believe that candidate, governors, government, businesses, and market, stock market, all of that stuff have benefit for this country so long. And here the citizen is the light. My goal, one, first of all, we have to make that announcement saying that you can do a whole lot if you can get everybody on board. The goal is to have the Congress and Senate. If you don't control both of them, you're a limit to what you can do. Now you can, work with the other party. As of today, you can't work with the other party. So that's plain and simple. So you have to figure out something else and try to work around how you can get around them. with all that conflict. But I'm not against hate anybody, but I think we can be governor much better than where we at. The like of understanding of the citizen. That's my focus is the citizen. I think that it should be that focus because the citizen is the one that puts you in office. He should be more dedicated to the citizen than making money, making big business, make more money, cutting taxes for the rich, you know, benefiting them more than the average citizen. So that's my focus is the citizen. I believe that this country can run a whole lot better, be successful, and can deal with a whole lot because this country is strong. And right now it been pulled down. So with that thought process and what I think I can accomplish, and most people say, hey, what we doing with all the thing that's going on? The most important thing, and when you get into a situation that is a disaster, first you have to clean some stuff up. Once you clean those stuff up, as you clean it up, you have to get everything stable. If you're not stable, it's just like we look at the word of God, and I say that because most of the people will. As the letter that I sent was to Christian believers, you have to count the cost. And once you count the cost, then you can challenge what is attacking you and what is going against your value, what is going against your strategy. But you have to kind of close up and how you're gonna get to point A to point Z. So it's very challenging. So with that, you have to have people on board. Using people as an weapon, yes, you can use them as a weapon to get to where you need to go at. We're not talking about violent, but we're talking about getting to a place where you need to go. So sometimes you have to support those people that you don't give credit to or credibility to, but you have to support them in a way that you get what's needed for the citizen. Now, with that thought process, I believe that everybody deserves higher wages. We believe that certain states have already increased their wages, but the United States is very critical of staying on key. And they're talking about 2030. What made 2030, a bill being passed? It should have been passed a long time ago. And we're looking at 20-year plus, I must say, that minimum wage been 7.25. That is a long time. And me being in Alabama is very critical, which I ain't running for governor, but just being in Alabama, the this state, this nation have kept the citizen of Alabama in poverty so long. And you say, how is that? Because when you have a Republican stronghold, they're not going to benefit those that are less income. They support more of big business and what go help the the upper class, I'd say. But in saying all that, I believe that I have the confidence that I can pull a win. I'm not saying that no candidate is not better than me, but I'm saying that I can pull out a win because the people want something different. I believe that people need something different. They need to see something different. They need to handle something different. They need to taste something different because everything that is being taking place, everything that is going on, it's just a bad taste. It's a bad feeling when you don't know what tomorrow will bring. And we none of us know what tomorrow will bring, but we have the confidence in what tomorrow should bring, and we look at that. So I believe that in my candidates, I can be successful. Like I say, I'm going for support. I'm starting a little early, you know, and just open the door up. And if I have to travel, I will. But I'm trying, like in the first 6 months to the end of this year, at least until the election in November. Then after that, I would be subject to travel if need be. But right now, I'm trying to stick with the Zoom, stick with the phone call. But I just ask you if you call me, just text me first and let me know, because old school, we try not to answer the phone unless they in our contact. But just text me and then just give me a call. I will answer. I'm very relaxed person. I'm very strong will, understandable, and to me, I care for the citizen. And I believe the citizen. This is the election that they should have more coming to them, standing behind a government, standing behind a nation that so many times have put them at the end of the line. And I believe that it's time for the citizen to go to the front. And that's my my understanding and my confidence that I can do. But my motto is time for change. I had that motto when I was running for governor. So time for change. And I believe that the citizen is ready. I believe that they have the confidence. And I talk to people, and I would say, just don't accept anything, because if you accept anything, you'll end up with another the former president now a second time. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. Just don't get so at the bottom that you accept anything. Don't accept nothing that don't lie. Don't be equal to your character. Don't be equal to where you're trying to go. Just don't choose nothing because the other is bad. If it's comfortable, keep it, because if you choose something worse, you have to deal with it. As we see now, 4 years is a long time. So with all that and the thought process, I believe that, like I say, with the confidence and the support, I believe that I can overcome. But I know I haven't been on this for a minute. I've been doing some things, but now I think I'm gonna try to get back into my Mondays, and most of those Mondays when I come online. And if it need be, if scheduled, I'll be online more than as I do just on Mondays. And I try to come on about between 9 and 10, when everything's settled down. But other than that, I will just introduce myself. My my name is Arthur Kennedy, and in full, I go by ALK. So I'm just praying and hoping that the success that is out there, and I grab hold to it and ride it to the end. But I just hope and pray y'all make the good decision. Don't look at some of my videos, think about it. I need your support. And I tell people I'm not asking for $1 million. I'm just asking for a dollar. If I get a dollar, between $1 and $5, that will let me know that I'm being successful. And I get more people in it. That's all about support, supporting each other, and try to be successful and gain what we're trying to gain. So, other than that, I'm gonna say good night. Have a blessed night and a wonderful morning. If I don't be on here again until next Monday, just remember my email. You can email me, ALK202224 at gmail.com. I put the 22 in there for a reason, because that was my training when I run for governor in 22. So just have a good night, and I'll see you in the future.